Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and pedophiles trying to get my home address. I would like to talk to you about something very close to my heart today. I think many of us have been affected by it. Maybe indirectly, maybe a relative, maybe a relative's relative. But it's happened to us. It affects us. It affects our very way of life. Every man, woman, child, baby, giraffe on planet Earth. It affects us. It's a chronic syndrome, a silent killer, if you will. It's called laziness. You know you've contracted this terrible disease when you find yourself wanting to build something, to harvest something that would take less than 20 seconds. I call this, I can't go on. I give you the lazy machine. And now, our life is over. Hey guys, what's up? My name is DrOlzifer and I make Minecraft videos because I can. So, I hope you enjoyed that new intro sort of thing I did there. I don't usually do that sort of stuff, but I did this time. So, please go back and watch it if you didn't. But really, please enjoy the video. I'm running around my lazy machine, my hair flowing graciously in the wind. And if you would like to make your own, please continue watching. So guys, I guess the best place to start with this lazy machine is by looking at the bowels. I want to look at your bowels. Mwah. But anyway, so it's basically just a huge row of inverters. Okay, that's pretty much the whole thing. And then pistons on top. And I will show you how to make all this. Like, it's really not that difficult. For some beginner redstones, maybe they'll be pretty... Redstoners? You're all stoners. Doesn't matter. I like stoners. No, I don't. Don't be a stoner, kids. Stay away from drugs. But anyway, let's build ourselves the lazy farm. Mwaha! Okay, so first things first, you're going to need to do about 8 blocks. 8 blocks is usually pretty good because water flows 8 blocks. You can edit it so that stuff falls down into a collection chamber or something like that. I don't care. I'm just here to show you how to make a lazy machine. So, enjoy. So, just go the 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Epic. Okay. Now, it's torches. So just cover this whole thing in torches. Easy peasy. Yes, it's derpy easy. Don't know where I got that from, but okay. So, now, you're going to need to put a row of repeaters behind these. So go. What the hell? I'm very hyper today. Guys, I don't know if you've noticed. I'm pretty sure I would have noticed if I was watching this video, but you're the person watching this. But anyway, guys, so all you've got to do now is just put a row of redstone, and then another last repeater all by itself. All by himself. Don't wanna be all by myself. Okay, oh my god. Okay, so now you want to put sticky pistons on top of these torches. So that's 1, 2, 3. Make sure you use the stickiest variety you can buy. It needs to be very sticky, very hard, and very durable. I'm going to hell. But anyway, so now you're going to need to put dirt on top of these, okay? Obviously you could use farmland, but you can't get that legit as a block. You need to make it by hoeing the ground with your dirty hoe covered in diamond. You know, like a Vegas hoe. I mean, farmer's hoe. Now you're going to need to build a water trough, which is fairly simple. All you got to do is basically build a giant smiley face. Ah, smiley face. Okay, so you build your giant smiley face. I'll show you that. Ah, it's pretty. Okay, and now you that's basically all you've got to do, guys, for the farm part anyway. You've just got to make this sort of thing. But, so you can see how I did it in the other one, I'm going to show you how to do the second half and the minecart track, because it wouldn't be a lazy machine without a minecart track. So, to do the second half, you need to do the same thing you did on the other side. Just do it twice. Just follow exactly what we did before. So that's no. Okay, I've really got to stop doing that. It sounds very strange. What the F, David Blaine, is this? Okay, forget about it. Let's just put the repeaters down, okay, guys? So just do exactly the same thing you did on the other side. get yourself some redstone wiring. Get yourself the redstone wiring right there. And stick it down there on the ground, you know. Oh god. And then just do the repeater all by himself. Okay? You got that, guys? Perfect. So now it's a lot easier to do the putting the pistons down. You just hold shift, I like to do, because it makes you move slower and less chance of mistakes. Yay! So, just put the pistons down. What the F just happened? I think I've got a piston underneath this now. That is not good. Remove any stray sticky pistons. Oh yeah, they have to be sticky pistons, by the way, guys. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I think I did. They have to be very sticky indeed. I like to have a little trench under here so I can show you guys what's happening. But you don't need to do that. So now, just do the same thing you did on the other side. Dirt or farmland, and then you just surround the whole thing in stone. Just the dirt, though. Okay? So, just me derping around, putting down some stone. And that's... Guys, this is really all the farm is. Just put in your water, and you could just go with this, but you need to, like, put a activation switch, of course. But, like, really there's not a whole lot more. I'm just gonna get myself some ladders so I can access the top. I think I might die from starvation. I forgot about all this crazy stuff they added in the update. But don't worry about that, guys. I promise I will not die before the end of this video. So, now just fill all this with water. Very simple. But of course you'd have to use water buckets if you're doing this legit. Which I don't recommend you do because, you know, like, there'd be a lot of resources you need to gather, and that's never fun. So, now that you've got your lazy farm, you're probably thinking, well, it's not very lazy if I have to pick up all the saplings. Well, don't worry, we're about to fix that problem that you lazy bastards are having. Well, what are we going to do, you might ask? We are going to go and get ourselves some rails. Yay! So, basically, just put them around the place, just anywhere, really. You just need to make sure that the cart doesn't stop, okay? So this can be trial and error, but usually this works for me. Just do it in this sort of a pattern. Okay? And then, all you've got to do is join it all up. There's one problem, though, guys. With booster rails, they actually act as brakes when they're not actually attached to any powering. So, although that's good for stopping yourself before you go into lava and stuff like that, it's not good for this purpose. So what you need to do now is, you need to get torches, and on every block where there's a detector, booster rail, powered rail, shut up! But, you need to put down a torch. Okay? But this isn't doing anything yet. You need to put a block on top of it. Okay? So you got that? All you've got to do is get yourself a torch, and then put a block on top of that torch. So I'm gonna... what happened there? So I'm gonna do that for the rest of them, and then I'll see you on the other side. You did it? Well done. You deserve a pat on the back. Unfortunately, you are watching a video, and that will never happen, you lonely bastard. But it's okay, because now what we're gonna do, I've done all that wiring, and all I'm gonna... Well, no wiring, just placing torches and blocks. And yeah, so all I'm gonna do is fill all this in for aesthetic reasons, okay? Ignore all the bloopers over there and stuff. It's not my fault. I had a few fails at this video. This is about the 10th time, or 11th even, I think, that I'm making this video, because I kept failing on some part. And yeah, so it's annoying, but that's dedication for you folks. Alright, so now that we've done all this, all we've got to do is really just wire up the pistons. Now this is where it gets really, really easy, okay? It's not hard to wire these. What I recommend you do is on the side where all the inverters are, well, the lonely inverters, that's what we're going to call them, is you've got to get your redstone, okay? And just go out 2 blocks. Bring it around town. Funky town. Just get rid of that. That's a mistake. I'm a mistake. You're a mistake. We're all mistakes. Ask your parents about that, little children. They'll tell you the truth. Hopefully. No, they won't. But, anyway. Oh my god, I really am going to hell, amn't I, guys? Okay. Whatever. So, now that you've got all this derpy stuff gone, all you've got to do, I think this, I'm not sure, I can't remember, will this work or not. This is a sort of a new design, it's fresh in my head. Let me just check this, guys. Okay. Go, work. No, that won't work. That's silly. That is silly. That is silly, I don't know why it won't work. So I'm just gonna move this staircase back one. Stupid redstone and its unaccessible ways. Okay, so now this will work. Oh crap. Well, I'm having failures here, guys. Sorry, I'm really tired right now. I had to wake up early to watch the Ireland match. That's right, Ireland are playing rugby because rugby's awesome. Okay, so now that you've got this one wired up, you just put a button there and half the pistons should work. Yep, they do. Okay, so now you need to wire the other one into this. Now this might be a problem because there might not be enough juice in the current and I'm too lazy to check. That's why I built the lazy machine. So I'm just gonna, in case of emergencies, put down a repeater here. You might not need this, I don't know, but just to be safe, I'm going to do it. Okay? Once again, dedication right there. So, now that this is all wired up, all the pistons should work. It's all trial and error, guys. Really, wiring isn't that hard. Okay? Let's test. It works! Oh my god, that's amazing! So, we can block off this end. We've got the wiring coming up here. And now, what you can do is, I know I've got this ladder here, but that's not necessary really, guys. So, now you can build, like, some form of a staircase. All this wiring can be hidden. Like, you're gonna need to figure that out yourself. I would never fit it into one tutorial if I tried to hide all this wiring. But really, ideally, all this would be underground anyway. So, like, I'll just build some form of a tunnel because I can. Okay, so you could have this coming up from your underground base. Alright, and this is sticking out onto the surface, which is cool. I'm all down with that. I think that's a good idea. Good pro idea right there. So, I'll just make sort of some form of a pretend mine shaft or whatever you're going to make it. Okay, and then you come into your amazing lazy farm. I'll just dig down one here. Whoa, that was crazy. I did not expect that. I'll just put down a block there. Okay? And now you come into your farm, you're like, herpa derpa derp, I want some delicious bread. So, this is not in an... whoa, what's happening there? Okay. So, you can really put this button in a more convenient place. You can put it here. I'll show you the best place to put it. You can put it here, because it's on the same block that the redstone is wired into. So look, it'll still work, but it wouldn't be a lazy farm without a minecart, now would it? Let's get ourselves a minecart, won't we, guys? There we go. Off you go, forever and ever. My god, I love this. Okay, so guys, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to do this up, by the way. Put glass on, put glowstone, put everything you want. But guys, don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, even though you can't rate videos anymore. It's either a thumbs up or a red thing that looks sort of like a penis. But don't worry, guys. I will trust you that you will rate my videos. So guys, thank you for watching. This has been the laziest video I've ever made. Goodbye, everybody.